Hi everyone, Mike from CCTV Camera Pros here. In this video, I'm going to give you a demo of this Viewtron security camera with light that I installed at my house near the front door. And this is a 4K IP camera. It's the Viewtron IP-D8. This is the new generation of that camera. And the difference with this new generation is it has the built-in white LED. So it acts as a spotlight camera or a floodlight camera where when motion is detected, actually this uses AI software, so when a human or car specifically is detected, it triggers an event on the camera and turns the spotlight on automatically. But there's actually 3 different modes you can run this camera in for the nighttime mode. So you don't have to use the spotlight on the camera. You can disable the white LED and just use the traditional infrared night vision. So when the light level goes below a certain level, it'll turn the infrared LED on and run in infrared night vision mode. So that's mode number 1. Mode number 2 is the spotlight mode. So that's where when the light goes below a certain level, the white LED comes on and acts as a spotlight camera. The white LED stays on the whole time it's dark out. So when light goes below a certain level, the white LED comes on and the camera stays in color. And the third mode is a hybrid of the two. It's the dual LED mode, where when the light level goes low, it turns to IR night vision mode. But then when when motion is detected from either a human object or a vehicle object or both, the white LED turns on, the camera turns to color, and it's using that spotlight. So that's the hybrid dual LED mode. I'm going to log into the Viewtron NVR at my house that this IP camera is connected to. This is a 4K resolution camera, so make sure your YouTube video player is on 4K resolution, and hopefully you're viewing on a 4K monitor so you can see how awesome this camera is.
Here's the live view on the Viewtron NVR. And I'm going to access the menu down here in the lower left and select settings. And then on this screen, I'm going to select the AI event link. And then I have to select AI event again here over on the left. So the Viewtron IP-D8 is the camera we're working with. And I set up an intrusion zone. So I already set this up by checking that checkbox and drawing this intrusion zone here. And if I display the range, that's the size range of the humans it'll detect. Honestly, that doesn't have to be super accurate. It does a good job of doing it regardless of that. And then the detection target is just set to humans, and then I just have the NVR set to record when that event occurs. But what that's going to be used to is to turn the spotlight on. So next I'm going to go into the image settings for this camera by clicking on the camera in the image settings here and then hitting this advanced drop down box. You'll notice there's an illumination mode. The first mode I'm going to test is the smart supplemental light mode. That's the hybrid mode with the IR night vision, and then it switches the spotlight on when the motion is detected. So I'm going to go back to the live view of the camera here. And you'll see me, obviously the camera's in IR night vision mode, and you see me walking up here. And then when I cross that threshold, you'll see that the camera disables the IR night vision mode and turns the spotlight on, and now the camera is in color and the spotlight is shining. I'm recording from my iPhone because when I'm done with this, I'll show you from my perspective how dark it is when I walk up to my front door, and then just show you how bright the spotlight is just from that single white LED that's on this security camera. Here's the video recording from my iPhone. This is me walking up my walkway. I have the light at my door turned off, and you'll see once I cross that intrusion zone, the spotlight on the camera turns on, and you can see how bright it shines. That's just a single white LED, and look how bright that is. And here's just to give you an idea of how much it illuminates this surrounding area. So next I'm going to go back over to the NVR and go back into the settings again. because I want to change the illumination mode. So I'm going to go back into the image settings, select my camera, and then go into advanced. And I'm going to change the illumination mode to infrared light. So we're going to disable the spotlight and just use the IR night vision that's built into the camera. So then I'm going to go back to the live view, and you'll see me walk up to the door here again. And this time it's not going to switch out of night vision, and it's not going to turn the spotlight on. It's just going to stay in IR night vision mode. Some customers don't want to use the white spotlight, and this is the mode they want it in, so that's an option. You can disable that. So then I'm going to log into the DVR one more time here and go into the camera settings, the image settings of the camera again. Go into the advanced, and then the last illumination mode I'm going to test is the white light. So I'll close that out and go back to the live view of the camera, and you could see that the white spotlight is on permanently now. So when it's dark out, the light will come on, and the camera stays in color now. The spotlight stays on, and it's no longer triggered by the motion. It just stays on permanently at night. And then one last test. We might as well show you the awesome daytime image that this camera provides. So here I am walking up to the door. Obviously it's daytime out, and you can see the beautiful 4K color resolution color that this camera provides during the day. And I want to just walk around here for a few seconds to show you what the 4K resolution at 20 frames per second looks like. The IP-D8 records at 4K resolution at 20 frames.
Folks, I hope this video has been helpful. I want to summarize and mention a few things before I wrap up this video. So again, this is the Viewtron IP-D8. It's a 4K IP camera with built-in power over Ethernet. So what that means is all you have to do is run a network cable from the Viewtron NVR to where you install this camera, a network cable being a Cat5e or a Cat6 cable. And the NVR actually powers the camera. It provides the connectivity and the power to the camera. So you just run one network cable. That's a big advantage over like a Ring spotlight camera or a Arlo a spotlight camera or floodlight camera, where those floodlight cameras have to be hardwired with high voltage, like 110 power, or they have battery options, which I have gotten terrible feedback from our customers on these battery powered cameras. Besides having to charge them manually, the batteries go bad and then you're kind of stuck. This is extremely convenient with the power over Ethernet. Just run a network cable back to your NVR and it works just like a traditional security camera, but you get the advantage of that spotlight that's built in. These cameras are IP67 weatherproof rated. That's a very high weatherproof rating. So you can install these cameras indoors and outdoors safely. Down here in South Florida, it rains constantly in the summer, and these cameras hold up just fine in those wet weather conditions. As you saw, the IR night vision is very even and extremely effective with these cameras. There's no big whiteout areas. It's just a nice, even infrared over the picture of the entire camera. The IR tech on these Viewtron cameras is outstanding. That fixed 2.8 millimeter lens on this camera, you could see the nice wide angle of view. That area at the front door of my house is a pretty confined area, and there's no blind spots. It gets everything even right below the window where it's installed. I went over the 3 different modes: the IR night vision only mode, the spotlight camera mode, and then the hybrid dual LED mode, where it switches from infrared and turns the spotlight camera on based on the AI object detection. So that was actually another improvement with the new generation IP-D8, is it now has the AI software built in for human detection and vehicle detection, and you can set up either an intrusion zone like I did at my front door, or you can set up a line crossing event, where if a human or a car crosses a virtual tripwire in one direction or both, it can also trigger that AI event. The remote viewing on these Viewtron systems is excellent. So when you connect these cameras to a Viewtron NVR, you could pull up the entire NVR remotely from either the desktop software for Mac and Windows, or the mobile apps for iPhone and Android are also excellent. And in addition to the live remote viewing, the recorded video playback from remote mobile and desktop is great too. And you can even get a push notification on the mobile app when a alarm occurs, like the human intrusion detection. Guys, if you have any questions about any of this, you can reach out to me anytime with questions. I can be reached via email at mike@cctvcamerapros.net. If you want to learn more about these Viewtron security cameras with lights, and see, I have additional demo videos of the floodlight camera. I have the bullet version installed on the side of my house, a little bit of a bigger area, so it's acting more as like a floodlight camera. And I use that term just to that it covers more area than a spotlight camera. But you'll be amazed that one high-powered white LED does a great job of illuminating pretty big areas. Actually, here's a picture of it. I took a still shot when it was on. So before I wrap up, here's a still picture you can see. You can see it's very bright. And then you can go to www.cctvcamerapros.com/spotlight to learn more. Thank you for watching.